Good morning friends. In previous lecture, we discussed about clock skew, sources of clock skew and types of clock skew. Now, in this lecture, we will talk about how to minimize this clock skew to make the VLSI design more predictable and more designable. As in this lecture, to minimize the clock skew, what are the methods how to minimize this clock skew or how to distribute the clock over the system on chip design is very important. Hence, let's say or let's discuss about the various clock distribution techniques. Hence, what is the main job of clock distribution technique, or you can say a clock routing design? Main job of clock routing design is to control the clock skew from the clock pad to all memory elements. As in previous lecture we discussed about, clock is coming from crystal oscillator, or you can say a clock pad, and from that clock pad it is distributed to the all components over the chip. Hence, clock routing design plays important role to control this clock skew. Hence, now what is the major obstacle in this clock distribution is? The major obstacle in the clock distribution technique or process is the capacitance which is present due to the MOSFET structure, or due to, of the wire length or wire width, and capacitance due to the various components which are present on the chip. Also, the wire resistance also playing the secondary but important role in this clock distribution. Hence, this clocking is nothing but a floor planning problem, because clock delays varies with the position on the chip. Hence, floor planning also plays important role while implementing this clock distribution, because this clock delay is going to vary along with position on the chip. Means different components are implemented at the different position on the chip, and clock, we have to provide the clock to the every component on the chip. Hence, floor planning is also important before going to do the clock distribution. Hence, what is the clock distribution? The clock distribution network it is a clock tree which is made up of metal and buffer network, which distributes the clock to all clock elements. Means it is a clock made up of metal and buffer network which is distributed to the all clock element on the chip. This network is known as a clock distribution network. And for this purpose, to generate the clock tree or implement the clock tree, the clock trees are usually built by clock tree synthesis tool, means special softwares which are included in the synthesis tool, and that are used to implement this clock tree. Now, what are the ways to improve these clock distributions? There are the two complementary ways to improve the clock distribution. First, physical design. Second, circuit design. Now, what is in the physical design? The physical design, it is a layout can be designed to make the clock delays more even or at least more predictable. Means we have to implement the layout, and that layout it can be designed in such a way that at every stage we have to make the clock delay more even, means equal, or we have to make it more predictable. And second type is nothing but the circuit design. In this case, circuit driving the clock distribution network, it can be designed to minimize the delay using the several stages of driver. Means here in the circuit design technique, we have to minimize the delay by using the drivers. Means we have to use the drivers when the clock is distributed over the larger area of the chip. Number of drivers are required to drive that clock so that we can minimize the delay. Now, what are the different styles for physical clock network? Hence, physical clock network are of the two types which are popularly used: S-tree network and balance tree. S-tree. The S-tree is nothing but the regular S-shape structure which allows the predictable delay. Means here the regular S-type structure is used, and at the end of the edges the components are used. And in this case the delays generated by the clock is nothing but the predictable delay at every stage. Then second is the balance tree. In balance tree, it takes the opposite approach of synthesizing a layout which is based on characteristics of circuit to be clocked. Now it depends on what type of circuit we are going to be clocked, and it is totally opposite of synthesizing a layout based on the synthesizing tool. Let's see in the next slide we will discuss about balance tree also. Now first type is nothing but the S tree. Here right hand side figure shows the S tree network, which looks like a S tree shape, where at the center clock driver or clock pad, or you can say from clock oscillator, clock is generated and it is distributed at the every edges. Here one large central driver is included, and recursive S-style structure to match the wire length. Means wire length it should be make equal, so that delay which are introducing at the every edges it should be make equal or even. Here half wire length at branching point to reduce the reflections. Okay, means wire width is half at the branching point, so they are to reduce the reflection. Means at every stage we are at branching, we are reducing the wire width. Then buffers are used to increase the drive capability. Means at the from starting when clock is distributed at the next branching points, we are going to add the buffers. We increase the drive capability. Here skew increases with respect to only physical distance. Means skew are going to increase as our network is going to be increased. Means the component or area on the chip is going to be increased. It totally depends on the physical distance from the clock pad or clock oscillator. Here memory elements are totally grouped together. Means here group of elements are made together, so that all the memory elements are clocked simultaneously at a time, so that they exhibits a similar or even clock skew. This is about the ST network. Now, what are the drawbacks of this ST network? The drawbacks are slew degradation along with the RC path. Okay, because of sometimes long network, and because of this resistance and capacitance which plays important role, or which affects this clock tree clock distribution, hence the slew degradation along with the RC part takes place. Then sometimes we require some large central driver, means capacity of central driver should be a large, and these clock drivers can create a large temperature gradients. Okay, these clock drivers has a very significant effect of the temperature. Then non-uniform load distributions. Here load is non-uniformly distributed because of the shape of the ST structure. Then some features are like inherently non-scalable. This structure is non-scalable because the wire resistance plays an important role in this, as your length of the circuit or wire length is going to be increased because of your area on the chip is going to be increased. In this circuit or this network is a non-scalable. What are the solution to such problems? How we can avoid the ST distribution network? First, we can introduce the immediate buffers along the way. Means we can add the buffers to make more equal clock delays or clock skew, and also restore the clock network. Then specifically at branching points, we can add these buffers. This is the solution. This is the structure of buffer clock skew after adding the buffers. Means at the from drivers, one is the central driver, and from that central driver when it reaches to the next branching points we have to add buffers. Means it drives all the clock load within its regions. Means these clocks are again restored. This is the about buffer clock tree. What are the advantage of buffer clock tree or buffer ST? First advantage is it has ideally zero skew, because of adding buffer, the buffers are make even, hence clock skew is even. It can be low power, means because of this depending on the skew requirement we can make it a low power also. Smaller area require because of silicon and wiring size. Some CAD tools are available to introduce or to design this network. What are the disadvantages? It is a sensitive to process variation. While implementing this, fabricating this, it is sensitive to process variation, and some local clocking loads are inherently non-uniform. Okay, means some loads are these are inbuilt inherently in non-uniform, and because of this, it will create a problem in clock skew. Second type is a balance tree. Okay, balance tree. This balance tree network is generated by placement and routing tool, which is available in the synthesis tool. Here, clustering technique is used, and in clustering is used to guide placement and clocking tree, which is synthesized based on the skew information generated during the clustering. Means same group of elements having same characteristics are grouped together and they are clocked at a time. And this tree is irregular in shape, but it has been balanced during the design to minimize the skew. It is irregular in shape because we are doing the clustering, and clustering number of components may vary. Okay, and hence because of this its shape will be irregular, but it has balance during the design because of minimize the skew for the same type of elements. Here wire width is varied in the tree and buffers can be added. Wire width is varied because it is not uh, designed uh, to make even the clock skew, but its aim is to cluster all the elements of same characteristics and features or as per the requirement. Hence here wire width is vary in this, means wire delay it will be different from one point to another point, and so that we can add some buffers also. Now typically there are two strategies are used to distribute the clock on the chips, and that two strategies are: first is the driver chain, means we can use the drivers to drive the entire load from single point. Means we can use the driver at the end of every structure of tree, and that driver is used to drive the load of next point from the single point. Then distribute the driver, means through the clock wiring, forming a hierarchical clock distribution system. Means distribution of driver means similar way drivers should be distributed through where the clock wiring, and they form one hierarchical clock distribution network. Here in the given diagram you can observe how the drivers are distributed from one point to another point, from single point to another point, then again 2 point to 4. Is 1:2, 2:4 network. Here it uses even number of driver stages, means they are equally divided. Even number of drivers means 1, after that 2, 4, 8, 16 in this way. And here capacitance and resistance we can analyze, and we can also add the buffers in this stage. Here the clock skew is present in this technique is the hold time violation is critical to working silicon, because in clock skew most important point is hold time and setup time. In here hold time is violation is critical in working silicon, means in silicon semiconductor or silicon chip the hold time plays important role. Here aggressive skew budget for high speed operation, we have to the skew budget means economically it is more expensive for the high speed operation, because here clock skew plays important role. Here large turnaround time for clock skew tree synthesis and PR stage, means it takes more time to generate a product in the market because of this clock tree synthesis work at the initial stages. And as skew source is nothing but due to the process, due to process some skew occurs, due to voltage variation some skew occurs, due to the temperature variation, due to the load and jitters. These are the sources of skew, and so because of this skew is going to be increased also. The skew budget depending on target cycle time upon 20, means target, this is a skew budget formula, means how many time required to generate that product or target. Okay, and then what are the solution on this? You have to use the clock tree synthesis technique and insert some dummy delay at the synthesis. Okay, to avoid this you can add the dummy elements or dummy uh, elements at the synthesis during the synthesis. Here, these are some popular clock tree style. First is the S-tree style, which I will discuss here. It is a less flexible, net applicable to the placement. Then second is a binary tree model. It is easy to adjust the net loading. We can adjust the number of components, but here we have to add the dummy cells. Okay, some at some branching points, if no elements are present, we have to add the dummy elements or dummy cells. In third, fan out balance tree model. It is easy to construct, but it is weak for a Blaze latch distribution. Okay, it is a fan out. And then last is a spine and trunk model. Again, it is a uh, at the different stages, number of components are used. Number of components depending on the components, the different stages are divided, and at every stage the clock skew is even. Hence, it is skew hardly influenced by process scattering die size increase. Here only the die size is increasing, means more area is required, but this skew is not greatly influenced by process. This is a picture of real clock tree which is present on the chip. It is a trunk and branch model. Here you can observe how the tree is distributed from the centrally clock driver is placed, and from that it is distributed, clock is distributed to the various network. Then virtual clock tree model. And in virtual clock tree model, number of branches, uniform distribution of clock buffers and flip-flop. Means here clock is uniformly distributed to the different buffers and flip-flops. Here hierarchical trunk and branch model. Here depending on the some first example is by using the 7 number of components are present, n equal to 6, then 7 n equal to 6, then second is n equal to 7 and n equal to 8. Okay, in right hand side you can observe the how from uh, centrally clock driver is placed, and from that clock source clock is distributed to the different networks. Means here uniform distribution of clock to the every stages, and at every stages uniform distribution of clock skew is made. And this is the top level view of clock distribution. This is actual chip system on chip level view, top view, uh, where the clock is distributed. Means here you can observe how the clocks will be distributed to the different uh, regions. Okay, this different box indicates the different floor planning. Uh, Different group of elements are placed together. Some is the power block, system block, then PLL, then functional block, then some processor related equipments are grouped together, some memory elements are grouped together. Okay, some IO blocks are related grouped together. This is the clock distribution. In this way, we can distribute the clock by using the different techniques. Most important is you can add buffers and drivers, and you can avoid you can avoid or minimize the clock skew, but you cannot totally eliminate the clock skew. Hence, clock distribution technique, clock distribution, some algorithms you can say, and software tools, clock synthesis tools plays very important role to distribute the clock over system on chip design. Thank you.